The MC Allegation map is a gigantic 16,768 by 11,904 blocks, and sometimes we need to make changes to the map on that scale. Before now, we used to fly back and forth over the map to perform those operations, but because you had to control the movement by yourself, it was easy to miss sections or waste time by going over areas twice. It was also easy to lose your place if you didn't complete the entire map in one sitting. To make this process easier, I've created a plugin called Hamilton that does the movement for you. If you ever need to perform an operation on the entire map, or even just on a large region, this will be extremely helpful. The basic command is /Hamilton. You can start a walk with /Hamilton start. It requires a few arguments. The first is whether you want to walk over the entire map or just your selected region. By selecting a region, you don't have to waste time flying over the whole map to get to the parts you're interested in. To select a region, just use /pos1 and /pos2 from WorldEdit, or use the WorldEdit wand. If you want, you can choose a speed. If you leave it out, it will use the default speed, but you can change the speed at any time, which I'll show you once we have a walk started. You can also choose a radius. This is basically your field of view, or in other words, how many blocks on either side of your player you can work on at once. For example, if you're using Hamilton to inspect the entire map, you could set this to however many blocks you can reasonably see. If you're using Hamilton to apply a WorldEdit brush to an entire region, you could use the radius of the brush. If you're using Hamilton to make very fine, detailed changes by hand, you'd need to set the radius even smaller. I'll start this example so I can show you how to change the speed. So let's say you start this walk, and you're flying pretty slow and you realize that you can work faster. So just run the command /Hamilton speed and set a new speed. The speed to get proper coverage with a WorldEdit brush is probably about 25, but you can set a speed up to 100 if you want. You can pause your walk at any time with the command /Hamilton pause. You can also update your speed while the walk is paused, so you don't miss anything while you're typing. To resume, type /Hamilton resume. When you've finished, type /Hamilton end, but be aware that when you end a walk with Hamilton end, you can't resume it with Hamilton resume. You have to start again. If you just want to pause your walk and finish it later, just run Hamilton pause instead. You don't have to start a walk from the beginning of a region or map either. If you want to start halfway through, just specify the argument here when you start. For example, /Hamilton start here. As you can see, you can leave out some arguments if you want to use the defaults. You can crouch and fly during a walk to change your altitude. Moving side to side is slower, but still possible, although I would recommend against moving side to side, as you may miss a spot on your walk. Instead, use /Hamilton pause if you need to pause and edit something that's too far away. Pausing Hamilton is persistent after leaving the game, so you can Hamilton resume from the same position when you reconnect. Leaving the game while walking will automatically pause your walk, so you don't need to worry about losing your place. I've already used Hamilton a few times to walk the entire map and found it very useful and a lot faster and easier than our old method. So, if you ever need to perform a large task on a large area, I hope you find it useful as well.